Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Roaming with Benny. Benny is loving his caravan adventures up here in North Queensland still collecting his fallen baby coconuts that he loves to play with for many hours. And I thought I'd just start this episode with a big thank you to our friend Aaron, who made this fantastic canvas that wraps around our drop-down bed, which has given us very restful nights. Thank you, Aaron. We've had some really bad weather and this has been our saving grace. Much appreciated. And I thought I'd just go through some of the meals that we've been eating here in our camping life. Here are some coral trout fish wraps. And this is our taco plate, just some beef mince, corn chips, salsa, and some microwave rice. So easy and just so yummy. And here at Gateway Island Caravan Park on a Tuesday and Saturday night, they have wood-fired pizzas come in their caravan, and they did the best pizzas. So we had to sample those, and so glad we did. Also at the local co-op here, Fisher Co-op, they sell barramundi spring rolls. They are the bomb. They are so good. Went down really well. Very different to your usual spring rolls. And of course lots of fish, coral trout, crumb coral trout with salad. And this is the best coating mix we've found, the best seasoning to put in our fish. It's nice and light and clings to the fish and fries up well. And I had to share this one with you. My husband is a very good cook. He made us seafood chowder and served them in individual buns. The chowder mix, seafood mix courtesy of Fishy Co-op, which was just your marinara mix with some corn and some bacon, and it was absolutely delicious. And today we've taken a drive down to Midgelton, and this is Midgie Beach. There's Benny and I. They're really big tides at the moment. I don't know if that's how it usually is here, but this is a super low tide. I thought I'd take Benny and I down and dip our toes in. I was being very cautious because crocodiles apparently frequent the area, so I still wanted to put my toes in. Can't go to a beach without putting my toes in. I was hoping it would be refreshing. It wasn't. It wasn't even warm. It was beyond warm. It was like hot. Benny wanted no bar of it. I did that. It wasn't refreshing, and that was that. Yeah, a wide, expansive beach. Mitchelton's a good place to visit, and the tavern have the best burgers at $12.
What do you see out there, Ben? Is it good? Is it good for Benny? What's out there? You like? Somewhere to go with? Yeah. We'll stop soon and Benny can get out. Soon.
Now there's no one around. The park is pretty empty. So I'm going to let Benny break some park rules and catch his ball. You want your ball, Ben? You gonna get the ball? Ready? Go! Yay! Here we go. Ready? Go! Not allowed to do this usually because the park would be full, but everybody's cleared out. But Benny can stretch his little legs. Yay, baby! Here's the ball. Oh, there's Daddy. Pay attention. Woo! There it is. And how cute is this? Benny was so exhausted after playing fetch. He wandered over to his bowl, dropped his ball in, and kept drinking. He was exhausted. It's so hot here in northern Queensland for a little black boy. So cute. And here we are out for brunch at a cafe, and Bennie met Badger. They got on like a house on fire. They sat and had lunch together. Someone has little patience when we're sitting up. He needs to have his head out the window, check out everything that's going on. Check out the new neighbours, watch Dad set up, make sure Mum doesn't go anywhere. Hey Bennie, what's going on? What's going on? What do you see? Huh? What's Dad doing? And now we're taking a stroll at Keppel Bay Marina. We're staying at Yeppoon, so Keppel Bay Marina is not far from there. Always got to check out the local marinas, and we stopped for a bite to eat as well. There used to be a resort, well, it's still here. It's called the Capricorn Resort. It was one of Australia's most luxurious resorts at one stage, and now it sits in ruins after being abandoned and left to fall to disrepair in 2016. We drove out there and found this dirt track that goes on for like 10 kilometres. It was a really bad road, but it took us out to the beach where we hung out for a bit, stretched our legs. Yeah. Bennie just went nuts when we got out of the car after being pent up for all that time. I don't know what, but he just went crazy, and all he wanted to do was attack Mark's toes. I could not stop laughing. Normally I wouldn't have even shared this with you, but I found it too funny. I had to share it. He's a little nutter.
Ow. Biting me. Oi. Piss off. Bugger off. Don't. You're fucking evil. Bite your mum.
Yeah, it was a nice little spot. Well, it wasn't a little spot, it's a big spot. It'll be a great place to spend the day on a less windy kind of a day. Yeah, go and set up your tent and hang out for the day. Here's me just running Bennie, stretching his legs, getting some of that energy out so he stops biting Mark's toes. The water's still pretty murky after all the rain. A lot of stirred up sediment, and I was very cautious of crocodiles because there has been a crocodile sighting here in Yeppoon in the last week, so just being cautious. They can see you, but you can't see them. No thank you. It's a big expansive beach. Nice day. Nice place to visit. Now we are at Great Keppel Island. We caught one of the ferries over for the day. Great Keppel Island is 15 kilometres from Yeppoon, or a 40-minute boat ride, which we did. Well, it's the only way to get there. Yeah, it also had a big beautiful resort here at one stage, which has also gone broke and has fallen into hardship, and the resort's abandoned, but you can stay in some cute little cottages still dotted along the beach line, which look quite nice. It's a beautiful island. The water was, it was delicious. We just swam all day long, had some lunch there. We arrived at 9:30, left at 4, got 4 p.m. ferry back, and it was a perfect day. The water was refreshing, it wasn't too warm. It's my kind of water. It was just, we could see turtles. It's still a little bit murky after the rain and stuff, but clearer than most places we've seen of late. So yeah, it was really gorgeous. We really enjoyed our day out. Bennie not so much. He doesn't like the water too much. He doesn't even like bath time, but he'll get there. He'll have to. This is Bennie hopping in for a swim. Not voluntary. Poor little guy. He's not too sure about this deep water stuff. He doesn't even like bath time, but you know, he must be so hot with that black furry coat. So I hung on to him, except for this moment. Watch him swim. He's a good little swimmer. Go to Daddy, Bennie. Woohoo! Look at them little legs go. Just beautiful out here. Not so much for Bennie. Beautiful, beautiful. The water is divine. You can just hang in here all day. See some turtles. Just beautiful. The bender. Yeah, so do yourselves a favour, guys. If you're heading to North Queensland, heading up to the Whitsundays or even further, and you're passing Yeppoon, drop in and get the ferry over to Great Keppel Island. It was well worth it. It was one of our favourite days. We had a magnificent day, swam all day, had a good feed to eat, and the good thing is you can take your fur babies. That's always a bonus. Yay, you're on the tree! What's on the tree? Is Bennie on the tree? How's Great Keppel, Bennie? Are you loving Great Keppel? Hey, how's Great Keppel? How's Bennie going on Great Keppel? You see any turtles? See any turtles? See fishes? See the fishes? Hey, Bennie! And now just a few happy snaps to wrap up our Great Keppel visit. Picture perfect. And here is our camp setup. We are not quite in Yeppoon. We are at the causeway, which is, 5 minutes through the other side of town. There we are. Nice neat little setup for us. It's a small park, which I actually like. It's, I think it's 20 powered sites directly across the road from the water. Nice children's park as well. There we are right there. And this is the river. So just walk straight across the road to this river, which is apparently full of barramundi. Very good barra fishing. We didn't have a go at it, but we did see one caught. So this is the other side of the bridge, which you just walk to from where we're staying at the Causeway Caravan Park. You just cross over the road, and this is where the river runs out to the ocean. Very, very big tides, like I've already said. Usually this area is completely covered on high tide, right up to those mangroves on the other side. You don't see any sand, and there's not much sand on this side at high tide either. We were quite surprised when we went across the bridge the next morning and just saw how high that tide is, and yeah, none of this is there on high tide at all. Nice little spot to have a swim actually on low tide, but I was still dubious of Mr. Crocodile that I know is in the area somewhere. It was really windy too. You can't really tell from the video, but it was super windy. Yeah, so usually all of this is underwater at high tide. You don't see any of this. But it's nice to go exploring on low tide as well and check it all out. It gives a different look altogether. You can do a bit more exploring. Yeah, interesting place. So this is the southern end. of Yeppoon. Yeah, so we thought we'd throw the drone up for you and give you a better look, give you more of a bird's eye view. Always better from the sky. So you can see right over to the right hand side, that white sand, all the way over to the far left over here would usually be full of water on high tide. The beach stretches for miles and miles. The next town along is Emu Park, and we visit that shortly. I'll give you a little look at that. For now we're going to just show you a bit of the causeway, the southern end of Yeppoon. We'll spin her around, here we go, heading back towards Yeppoon, other side of that mountain. We're going to take you up the river, and on the other side of that bridge is the Causeway Caravan Park where we're staying. If you cross that bridge, that will take you through to Emu Park, and we headed over there for lunch. In a short while I'll show you that. Look how wide the river is. Imagine all the barra in there. Good eating that barramundi. We're just approaching the caravan park now. You can see the white building, that's the office there, and beside that white building is a lovely little takeaway shop for fish, chips, coffees, hamburgers, sandwiches. The blue top there that you can see, that's the children's playground area, which is a great little area for kids. There's a caravan park. That first stand there was ours. So nice little park again. Back over at the beach. A few more aerials just to finish off. Yeah, still pretty on low tide. There we go, looking back towards Yeppoon. Now we're at Emu Park, and this is a dedicated boardwalk that will lead you to a beautiful Anzac memorial at the end. Bennie, always enjoying his stroll. Doesn't matter how windy it is for little Ben. He loves exploring and checking out lots of new places. We really liked Emu Park. We stopped here for a bite to eat. Sounds like we're always eating, doesn't it? But yeah, it was a pretty little spot, but I was really impressed with this area right here. There's Bennie and I. Nice little lookout from the walkway. Both the south and northern views. Here is the dedicated Anzac memorial that I was telling you about. Done really, really well. Prominent spot right on the beach, as they should be. We were really impressed. Looks out over the town, and in the distance you can see another memorial where they would hold their dawn services, I'm sure. I took a picture of that to show you as well. There we go. What a lovely structure. Now we're just heading back to the car. I had to share this with you. Our little Ben is not perfect all the time. To amuse himself today, he chewed up Mark's earplugs. Mark was not impressed. He's one earplug down. Well done, Bennie. And Bennie's quote of the day: may you always have a shell in your pocket and sand in your shoes. And the poor little dude is tuckered out and retired for the night. So thank you for joining us, guys. We shall see you next time. Until then, take care.